What up, everybody? Welcome back once again to my channel. You already know who it is, back with a brand new video. And if you are new here, hit that like and subscribe button. Or if you're a returning subscriber, please hit that like button. The more likes I get on my videos, the more the algorithm sees this, and the more YouTube will push my videos out, the more new viewers we will get coming to the channel. So, please hit that like and subscribe button. If you're new, hit that like button. If you're returning, now let's get into this video. So we finally got confirmation from Marvel that the Blade movie is not coming out. It's officially been taken off the 2025 slate, and I, for one, cannot be happier. It has been sitting in the basement for the last 5 years. This movie was announced back in 2019, and we have gotten nowhere with it over the last 5 years. All we've heard is they've got a new director, they got a new writer, they're trying to figure out how they're going to write the best story they could possibly can. And it's like they keep taking one step forward and taking 2 steps back. Again, they take 1 step forward, 2 steps back. And every time you turn around, there's a new director because the other director didn't work out. There's a new writer because the older writer didn't work out. And so on and so forth and so forth. And they have to keep pushing the movie back. And honestly, if you ask me, I feel like Mahershala Ali already made the decision when he decided to sign on to the new Jurassic World movie that he was done with the Blade franchise. He was done with the Blade movie because Disney/Marvel could not figure out what they wanted to do. When Kevin Feige came out and announced at this year's Comic-Con that the Blade movie would be rated R, which pretty much everybody already knew, I did not get excited. I did not perk up. I just said, okay, I don't care about it being rated R right now. All I want to know is, when do y'all start filming? When does it come out? And unfortunately, like I said, we got the news, I would say today, or whenever I catch this video, yesterday, that the movie is not dropping. It has been canned. Now, I don't know if this is like officially forever or if this is temporary until they figure out what kind of move they want to make going forward. Honestly, I'll probably say forever, because if it took them this long, who knows how long it's going to take them to finally get a story correct. When you think about it, if this movie gets greenlit next year or the year after, it's going to be 6, 7, 8 years by the time this movie gets greenlit between the time it was supposed to come out. And that's really a damn shame that they cannot seem to, between the director and the studio, that they cannot seem to come up with a good script for Blade. If they gotta go back and watch the originals from the 90s to get a good idea, use that. I don't know if the writers are still living from the 90s who wrote the 90s Blade movie, but hire them. Don't do a copy and paste and make the same story. Do what's gonna fit the MCU, because there was no MCU back then. But the fact of the matter is, this movie has been canceled. And like I said, I'm not disappointed that it's canceled. I'm happy that it's canceled, because it really felt like this movie was going the route of the Flash of the DCEU and Black Adam of the DCEU, where they were going through a lot of the same issues, and they finally dropped. But by the time they dropped, nobody cared. Doesn't matter how many people try to hype it up, no matter how many big heads try to hype it up, nobody cared. And you look at what's going on with the Blade movie, it just felt like it was going nowhere. There was no legs underneath it. It was staying stuck in the same spot. And so I feel like this was the best decision for Marvel, was to just say, okay, we can't figure out a clear direction, so just pull it off the table. Just pull it off the table. And I believe there's going to be a Predator movie, Badlands or whatever it's titled, that is taking this place on November 7th of 2025. I don't know if that's going to be a sequel to the recent one we just got, or if it's going to be his own thing, completely something different. Who knows? But the Blade movie ain't coming out, y'all. And, I'm trying not to, I'm like I said, I'm not disappointed. I'm not trying not to be disappointed. I'm not disappointed because of the fact that they haven't had a clear direction. If they would have kept on announcing it over and over and over again, the movie's getting pushed back. They got a new director. They got a new writer. They got to get a new script going. Then I would have been disappointed. But the fact that they decided to pull it off the table, so it kind of ends it for however long they want to end this Blade talk officially, it makes me feel a lot better. I know there's a lot of people out there who probably are not happy that we're not getting the Blade movie because it really feels like Marvel is having trouble with the black characters over in the MCU. Blade, Armor Wars, Monica Rambeau. Of course, you got the Black Panther character of T'Challa, who, Chadwick Boseman sadly passed away, so his sister took over. But it just seems like all these black characters, Marvel cannot seem to get right. And I don't know what's going on over there. I don't know what Kevin Feige is doing. I don't know if he needs to take a vacation. I don't know if he needs to put somebody else in charge for a little while. But it's a serious issue when it comes to these black characters over there in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And, Blade is the next one to hit the chopping block. And it's leaving people shaking their head, trying to figure out, where does the MCU go from here with their black characters, and especially now with Blade, because we ain't got a Blade movie since the early 2000s, I believe 2003, or something like that. I was in middle school when that happened, you know what I mean? So it's been a very, 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 very long time since we have gotten a Blade movie. And the fans are fed up that Marvel is seeming to be directionless when it comes to the Blade movie. I don't know if the director is writing a good script and the studio's coming in and saying that they don't like it, or, it's interference or whatever it is, because it seems like with Marvel, they're just flying by the seat of their pants. They don't have a clear direction when it comes to the scripts. They're just, going with whatever they can and figuring out later on. I believe somebody said that recently about one of their movies, and that's very disappointing. I feel like if you're bringing in a director, you need to let the director direct. You need to let him have a good story. Same thing with the writers. If the director is writing some of the movie and you got some writers, let them do their jobs. Stop trying to meddle in and trying to change things, because you got these big corporate companies that act like just because they're running a show, they know what the fans want, and obviously they don't. So, in my personal opinion, it's a good thing, at least for right now, that the Blade movie has been put on the shelf, because there's been too much talk lately of, all the directors that have come through, all of the writers that have come through, the pushback dates that have happened. It's basically become a joke at this point, and nobody's taking it seriously. Honestly, I wasn't. Like I said, when Kevin Feige announced that this movie was going to be rated R, I didn't care, because I already knew most likely this movie was not coming out. It's been 5 long years, and honestly, it's just sad and disappointing for a lot of fans that are Blade fans that wanted to see this, that they're not going to get a Blade live-action movie. Who knows? Maybe they'll do an animated TV show if the time is right, when the time is right. But I do want to know y'all thoughts. Let me know in the comment section below. What do you think about this whole entire situation? I'll catch you in my next video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. 2,000 subscribers. Peace out. You know what? I forgot to add one more thing to this video. There has been talks, at least from another YouTuber, that has said Marvel is basically sabotaging their Mahershala Ali Blade movie because everybody wants to see Wesley Snipes come back as Blade. And I don't know how true that is. Now, this is just another YouTuber saying this. I don't know how much of inside information he has, but I think this is just his own opinion when he says that Marvel is sabotaging the Blade movie was supposed to star Mahershala Ali because of all of the hype around Deadpool and Wolverine having Wesley Snipes in it. They were saying that he looked good, how great he looked, and how they think that he should come back. So there was a lot of hype after that movie that had Wesley Snipes in it that fans started writing on, saying that they want to see him come back and play Blade again.